Oke, 1, 2, 3. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
So we are from fourth group. We want to present our result about learning planning with the title My Daily Activity and describe things around me. Next slide, please. Okay, for the group members, there is Ferda Nabila, me, Aisyah Nukoba, Alivia Sekar Larasati, Shiva, and last but not least, Hana Naila Putri. Next slide, please. Okay, this is for the background. The background speaking is a key English skill for junior high school to success in both school and daily life. The Merdeka curriculum in PACE grade 7 till 9 highlights the importance of communications ideas, preference, and experience in a real solutions. However, many students still struggle to speak confidently due to limited vocabulary, low fluency, and the lack of speaking practice. This shows a gap between curriculum goals and classroom reality. To help bridge this gap, a lesson was designed to use the topic my daily activity and describe things around me. So it's provide familiar and meaningful content, encourage activity speaking, and support vocabulary growth through activity like pair sharing and show tell. The aim is to create materials that are both curriculum-based and student-centered, helping students speak more fluently and confidently. Next slide, please. So this is the week overview. The first is curriculum analysis and need analysis. The second week is learning objective and material outline. The third is learning activity plan and pedagogical approach. And the last is final lesson plan and assignment. For the next presentation will be presented by my friend Hana.
Okay, that's me. Thank you, moderator. For the next is first week. So in this first week, we focus on the analyzing the curriculum and identify students learning needs. Jadi di sini kami mulai dengan meninjau kebutuhan belajar siswa dan hal ini merupakan hal yang penting supaya materi yang kami rancang nantinya bisa benar-benar relevan dan sesuai dengan kondisi siswa di lapangan. So here's we selected grade 7 of a junior high school based on the curriculum Merdeka. Jadi kami di sini memilih di kelas 7 atau setara dengan kelas 1 SMP karena level ini biasanya menjadi masa transisi siswa dari belajar yang sangat terpadu ke arah yang lebih mandiri. Kurikulum Merdeka sendiri memberi ruang pada siswa untuk lebih aktif, terutama dalam konteks komunikasi. And this curriculum emphasize building communicative and conceptual speaking skills. Artinya, siswa tidak hanya dituntut bisa bicara dalam bahasa Inggris, tapi juga mereka harus mampu menyampaikan sesuatu dalam konteks kehidupan nyata. Jadi bukan sekedar hanya grammar atau yang sudah diajarkan, tapi bagaimana mereka bisa menyampaikan pesan ini secara jelas dan juga relevan. From our needs analysis, we found several challenges. So here's the problem. Most students are not used to speaking English. They're shy and have limited vocabulary. Jadi saat kami melakukan analisis kebutuhan, kami menemukan bahwa siswa seringkali kurang percaya diri untuk berbicara dalam bahasa Inggris. Banyak dari mereka malu, takut salah, dan juga merasa kemampuan kosakatanya masih belum cukup. Dan ini merupakan hambatan utama dalam membangun kemampuan speaking mereka. We choose the topic my daily activity and describing things around to help solve those problem. Jadi topik ini kami pilih karena dekat dengan kehidupan mereka sehari-hari. Harapannya ketika materi terasa familiar, siswa akan lebih mudah untuk mulai berbicara dan juga mulai aktif untuk berkomunikasi. Misalnya, tentang rutinitas harian atau benda-benda di sekitar mereka. Itu bisa menjadi jembatan awal untuk membangun keberanian mereka untuk berbicara. And then for the second week, we formulate the learning objective and outline the teaching materials. Jadi minggu berikutnya ini kami mulai menyusun tujuan pembelajaran dan struktur materi yang akan digunakan. Tujuan ini jadi arah dari apa yang ingin yang dicapai oleh siswa selama proses pembelajaran berlangsung. And our learning objective are categorized into cognitive, affective, and then the last one is psychomotor. And dan tujuan kami di sini dibagi menjadi 3 ranah. Yang pertama itu tadi kognitif, yaitu bagaimana siswa bisa memahami dan mengolah informasi. Lalu yang kedua itu efektif, yaitu berhubungan dengan minat dan sikap siswa terhadap proses pembelajaran. Dan yang terakhir itu psikomotor atau kemampuan siswa yang menunjukkan keterampilan secara nyata dalam hal ini yaitu kegiatan keterampilan berbicara. And the topic remains my daily activity and describing things around me. Jadi kami tetap menggunakan topik yang sama karena topik ini memiliki potensial yang luas untuk dikembangkan, baik dari segi kosakata, struktur kalimat maupun latihan komunikasi. And the subtopics include daily activity vocabulary and a descriptive press and also final show and tell activity. Jadi dalamnya kami memasukkan beberapa bagian penting mulai dari memperkenalkan kosakata, frasa deskriptif untuk menjelaskan benda hingga kegiatan akhir berupa show and tell. Dan ini dirancang untuk memberi siswa pengalaman berbicara yang baik di depan kelas secara aktif dan percaya diri. These materials are designed to help students practice speaking through familiar and engaging context. Jadi semua materi ini kami rancang supaya siswa bisa berlatih berbicara lewat situasi yang menyenangkan dan dekat dengan keseharian mereka. Dan harapan kami, mereka bisa lebih berani dan termotivasi untuk menggunakan bahasa Inggris dalam kehidupan nyatanya. Okay, for the next slide will be delivered by Hannah.
Okay, thank you. So the next is third week. In this week, we explain about learning the activity plan and pedagogical approach. So the approach we select with this grade, 7th grade, is communicative language teaching or CLT. Why we choose this approach? Because CLT is effective in developing communicative, encourage student interaction and increase student confidence. So why we choose this approach? Because this approach is the teaching methodology that prioritize interaction and communication as the main objective of language acquisition. So according to the student need that Ferda explained before, the student is lack of speaking skill. So we choose this approach to improve their skill in the speaking aspect with this approach, which means the communicative and interaction, focus in the communicative and interaction activity like that. So for the planned activities that we have planned first division, in this section, we brainstorming student vocabulary activation. In this section, student will recall their memory about the vocabulary that have been read or speak or hear before by the student. And after that, next session about presentation. So the teacher will give about a video about the material that they. And after that, vocabulary input. After the video, teacher will input vocabulary about material that sejalan dengan aktivitas yang saat itu dijalankan. And after that, the next session is practice. So in this session, the practice session, teacher will divide class into group. Each group consists 2 member of the per group. So after that will be bakal ada kegiatan yang dapat kayak kegiatan sesi tanya jawab sesama member per grup tersebut. And after the practice, student will give feedback to each member of the group, which is included in the peer assessment. And after that, practice and teacher assessment. Actually, this session, practice and teacher assessment, is included in the summative assessment, but because we make the learn planning just for one meeting, so we put this summative assessment in this session. In this session, the second practice, we put the activity show and tell activity, and the last is teacher feedback. After the show and tell activity, teacher will give feedback to each student. Next slide, please. So the next slide is final lesson plan and assessment in the last week. So the objective for this final lesson is include cognitive, affective, and psychomotor based on Bloom's taxonomy that was explained by Freda before. So the first objective is students can recall and use daily routine vocabulary, which is included in the cognitive aspect. And the second is student can share and respond to daily activities in group interaction, which is included in the affective aspect. And the last is in the psychomotor aspect, which is student can describe personal item using simple present tense in front of the class. So this objective is represented our learning plan and in one meeting. So that planning planning yang sudah kita buat ini merepresentasikan semua aspek ini yang sejalan dengan taksonomi Bloom. And material that we use is buku guru bahasa Inggris grade junior high school in the 7th grade, and then simple present tense, sentence structure, and vocabulary of daily activity, and the last is YouTube channel, especially in English Panda. Next slide, please. So before I explain about the objective and material, so this is procedure will be delivered by Olivia. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Hannah. So this is the process and the timing of our lesson plan. The first one is a warm-up stage, and in this stage, teacher starts this class with creating and asking question about students' daily activity. For example, what did you do this morning to brainstorm and activate students' prior knowledge? And then we have presentation stage for 5 minutes, and teacher shows a short video about daily routines and then invite students to discuss their daily activities based on the video. And then we have vocabulary input stage, and the stage is 10 minutes. In this stage, teacher introduces vocabulary relevant to daily routines and objects around the students. And then we have practice stage for 5 minutes. In this stage, teacher divides the students into groups of 2. Then the students ask each other about daily routines using questions such as what time do you wake up, and do you have breakfast at home? And then we have peer feedback for 5 minutes. And uh, this stage, students give feedback to their partners, and then production for uh, 20 minutes. In this stage, students do a show and tell presentation by explaining the personal items they brought at that time using simple present tense sentences. And finally, the teacher feedback for 5 minutes. And in this stage, teacher gives feedback to each student on their presentation. Okay, next slide will be delivered by Shiva, I think.
Okay, thank you for the opportunity. Now I will explain our assessment plan, which includes both formative and summative assessment. So let's start with the formative assessment in this lesson. We use peer assessment. So where students work in pairs. So for the activity, they ask and answer questions about daily routine. While one student is speaking, the other listen and fills out a sheet. A sheet we call it the student assessment sheet. And then they write one thing they like about their partner speaking and one thing that can be improved. This helps build awareness and also makes students more confident in giving and receiving feedback. The skill we focus on especially using the simple present tense. So for the tools yang sudah saya bilang tadi itu pakai student assessment sheet. And then now for the summative assessment, this is done for teacher assessment. A student for the activities, students do an individual show and tell presentation where they explain a personal item they bring using simple present tense. The teacher use a rubric to assess their speaking in 5 areas such as pronunciation, fluency, vocabulary, content, and confidence. So this gives us a more complete view of each student performance. So for tools, untuk toolsnya itu teacher made rubric tadi. So next slide please. Nah, on the slide, you can see the two tools we use. On the left side, this is the student assessment sheet used for peer feedback. It's a very simple student positive comment and one suggestion. This is easy for them to do, but still meaningful. And then for the in the right side, we have the teacher made rubric. It has 4 levels from 1 to 4, and it's cover all important speaking aspect such as pronunciation, fluency, vocabulary, content, and confidence. Each level has a clear description to help the teacher give fair and consistent scoring. For example, in pronunciation, for score 1, mempunyai kategori many errors, hard to understand. Lalu untuk yang skor 2 itu ada some errors and understandable. And then for the score 3, mostly clear and correct, and then for the last yang paling tinggi itu skor 4, di mana pronunciation student itu clear and natural pronunciation and so on. You can see. So both tools are easy to use and they support students in improving their speaking through structured feedbacks. So that's all for me. Thank you. Back to moderator.
Okay.
Back to moderator.
In
Okay, for
conclusion,
the last
this
conclusion will be read by Alivia.
So in conclusion, this project shows that well-designed, contextual, and students-centered lesson plans can effectively support students' speaking skills, and by addressing real classroom challenges and applying the GLT approach, the lesson helps students build confidence, use language meaningfully, and meet the goals of the Merdeka curriculum. Okay, thank you all.
Okay, maybe it's just that from us. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Yay.